You know, relationships, they can be tricky. Ask any couple. And knowing what to do when issues come up isn't always obvious.
No, it isn't. So we asked relationship experts and our good buddy Rachel D'Alto and Finesse Mitchell. I like that.
Yes.
The co-host of Centric TV's According to Him and Her,
Yes.
to give us some tips.
Here we go.
Relationships are the focus of your show, right?
Pretty much. That's the whole basis of the show. We throw out the male perspective and the female perspective, but we let real comedians give you their relationship advice instead of experts. So it's entertainment and education at the same time.
Oh, this is the way you guys do it. So we've got a little clip. Let's take a listen.
All right.
If I spend more than $25 and we break up, I want everything over that, under that, I want it all back. If I bought you lipstick, I want it back. If I bought you some gum, I want it back. Give me my stuff back. You said we over, then let it be over.
Okay, well, yeah.
Shout out to my man G-Thang, Gary Johnson. But that's what the whole show is about. We have a bunch of comedians weighing in, so it may not be the most sound advice, but at least you'll laugh.
It'll be entertaining.
It'll be
advice.
entertaining,
But
yes.
now, you know, Rachel, things get pretty heated after breakups. How do you split the assets after you split?
Well, are they really assets? I mean, it depends what they're splitting. So
Yeah.
if you have a joint interest in something like a house or a car or even a dog, then that's something that you actually have to pay attention to. The little things, let it go.
But what if he
Right,
gave you
like if it's a Yorkie, let it go.
No, somebody's got to
If it's a house.
But no, what about people who buy expensive gifts for their significant other?
Right,
you know?
it's a
You
gift.
get to keep
You wouldn't take it back if you gave somebody like a tennis bracelet or a watch?
Absolutely.
You would take it back.
Yes.
You are just
but
a
that's called
spiteful, evil
larceny.
man.
I'm not spiteful and evil. If she want to break up with me, she's not wearing my tennis bracelet on her next date.
She already sold it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
What about being roomies before you wed?
You have to.
You have to, absolutely.
So there's
Right, we agree.
Wow.
You have to test the milk before you, what is the
By the
saying?
cow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a cow somewhere in there.
Yeah, but don't you think that now, so, like more than ever, there's a lot of couples who do that and then it ruins it? Like there's no mystery left.
There's no sense in having a mystery if you're going to break up anyway, because you never really got to know each other. So nowadays it makes more sense to actually live with each other for at least 1 or 2 years, just to see what the person is like, to know if you want to go in that direction.
It does make it easier to walk away. That's the only downside.
Right.
Of
Yes.
beforehand.
Yes.
Because
Right.
obviously you're not married and there's no legal ties to each other, so it makes it a lot harder to get, you know, out of a
And what
marriage.
are you going to tell your grandmother?
Yeah.
I told grandmama, look, I saved us a lot of money. She was about to take my house. This was not going to work out.
No, you know what? It's very difficult. I actually made my husband call my dad and ask if we could live together before we did.
Right.
You know,
What
and
did
so
he say?
on
said
moving
no.
day,
He was like, "Don't do
on
it."
moving day, he called my dad and asked him. He said, "Hey, I'd like to live with your daughter." So good thing he said yes.
I think in this day and age, it's totally appropriate now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was a little bit
It's a
old
little bit different, yeah,
but now, you have
absolutely.
to. John, you would, right?
I'm the old guy on the couch here, I guess.
John says
John,
no.
you got tricked? You
No.
just got married and then you moved in?
It took me a year to move in after I got married. That's my wife. I mean, it was bad.
Okay, well, let's talk about something that a lot of couples have an issue with, and it's no ring after 2 years. Now, if you're waiting for 2 years, is that the cutoff date?
2 years. For me, it would be. As a man, and now that I'm more mature, I would say that I'm still dating you after 2 years, and we haven't discussed marriage, then I'm just dating you. You know what
I
I
think
mean?
it's even less than that. I think 2 years is way too long to wait. You have to go through a
Man,
season with
no.
each other. Seriously.
Whoa.
Come on, Rach.
Go through a season. If it doesn't
One
happen after a
season,
year,
anybody can be on their best
4
behavior.
seasons.
See, that's
Each
what I'm
season.
Eric
thinking.
Teeters had
Anybody
like
can be
20
on their best behavior over the summer.
Each
Right.
season.
You're going to snuggle up in the winter because it's cold.
Exactly.
But no, you're not going to pretend to like me
What
for
about
2
these
years.
couples that date for 6 to 10 years?
Yeah, that's a
Well,
problem.
those are called African-American couples. Those couples are what? They last long, too. That works out.
You know what? I think that's their own issue there.
Yeah, but you know what, though? No,
you gotta let it
John,
go
look
at
at
some
your
point.
face.
I want to
I'm just
explore
saying,
that, though.
hey.
Is it a cultural thing? Do you think that it may
I
take
do
a little
know
bit
that,
longer?
well, I don't know if it's a cultural thing, but I do know that black people have no problem just dating for years and years and years and having 2 kids and then saying, let's get serious and think about
I
this.
think
Right.
there's a lot of different
Oh,
cultures
John,
that
it's okay
date.
to laugh.
man,
You didn't say it, I said it. They're going to be mad at me.
There's a lot of people that date a really long time without getting married, but I think it's really a value-based and also a self-love based. Like, how much are you willing to put up with before you
Where's
walk
my
away?
camera? Right here in this
Before you
camera.
walk away.
Hop in, camera.
There you-
Don't get married if you don't feel like that's what you need to do if the relationship is going great. Sometimes marriage messes up greatly.
But respect other people that want to get married. So a lot of couples, like, one person wants to get married, the other person doesn't, and the person with a lower lower self-esteem, we'll just go with
So after a
whoever
year and a half,
has the more
going to
self-esteem.
the 2 years, that is when everything should really start being discussed about.
I think like
I think it's cutesy
1 year.
I think it's cutesy when women are like, oh, I love you, you're gonna be my husband, and blah 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 blah. But if you're actually like saying like, I love you, you're gonna be my husband. That's totally
scary. That's like snap at the
Inspiration there.
Well,
right.
Rachel D'Alto and Finesse Mitchell, thank you so much for your insight. And you can catch episodes of According to Him and Her Friday nights on Centric TV. Thank
If you
so
disagree with
much.
anything I said, hit me up on Twitter. Let's talk about
There you
it.
go.
At Finesse Mitchell.
There
What's
you
your
go.
Twitter?
What's yours?
Rachel D'Alto.
There you go. Thank you guys
having
so
us.
much.
Absolutely.
Great to meet you. And by the way, we waited 3 years, so
Yeah.
you know, and we're happily married now. So.
And it's working out, right?
Yes,
Nice
yeah.
little mix.